Nick Cannon Mornings on Power 106. We going all the way in. It's time for those up close and personal conversations. Yes, close conversations with people I truly admire, fixtures in the game, people that really matter. And this person is all the above and much more. A true queen in the building. Someone with over 15 million records sold worldwide, several number ones. The stats, we can go on and on and on. But she here because she got some new stuff popping. It's the one and only Miss Ashanti.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been a minute, but I love what you're doing. I love the movement. I've been hearing the latest records. You're putting a little international island vibe on it.
I gotta put that vibe on it.
Nah, that's fire though. Like, what made you start to go in that direction of where it's just like I saw. First of all, I saw. Where was you at? Where you had all the
Trinidad.
Woo! You
for
was
Carnival.
trying to shut the internet down with the Carnival outfit on. Where was that? Because I know there's many different carnivals. You were actually in Trinidad.
Yes.
That was for Trinidad.
Yes.
Yo, that was fire.
Oh
and then,
my
and then like
gosh.
your recent video, you shot the video
Yeah,
there
with
too?
Masha Montano. Yeah, it was amazing. It kind of came. I had a show in Tobago like 2 years ago, and we did a remix. You know how you kind of inject something for for that culture when you're there for the country. So we did a little remix to one of Marshall's records.
Yeah.
So he reached out and he was like, "Oh my gosh, it's amazing!" Blah, blah, blah. And it turned into a FaceTime call, into a studio session, into a record, and fast forward to Carnival.
Wow,
exactly.
Into a wow moment. But that was major. That was real big. And then kind of keeping the island vibe going with the Pretty Little Things record as well, with Afro be on that joint. But you took it to the African island.
Exactly. Took it to the other island.
Yeah, to the island in which we all originate.
Exactly.
We had Afro being here, and he was talking about just the energy of bringing that type of culture globally, but mainly to the States, because a lot of people haven't really had the chance. It's big in the UK and obviously globally everywhere else, but only a few people have tapped into it here, and now you doing it. So, trailblazing. That record is fire too. How'd it come about?
Thank you. It's so crazy. It came about, I was in, where were we? We were in Turks and Caicos on vacation. And, I do my little bikini snap.
Right.
And my sister, I had some record playing, and my sister was like, "Nah, you got to put that Joanna record on." And I'm like, "Oh, let me put that on." So I snapped myself in the bikini, posted it. Him and the producers hit me like, "Oh, thank you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thanks for the love, showing love on the record, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And it turned into, I got beats. And it turned into, let me send you something, And it kind of happened super organic. And at the same time that I was kind of working on the deal with Pretty Little Thing, Umar was like,
getting your businesswoman on.
You know what I'm saying?
We
were like, listen, how do we make this fusion? Because obviously fashion and music mix. You know what I mean? That's the marriage. So when we wanted to roll a campaign out, for me, obviously, it made sense to have a song roll out with the campaign. So he was kind of like, yeah, we should do a vibe, And with my sister designing, it was kind of like African, like vibe, just Amazon and unique exotic pieces. It just all made one complete thought. So with the Afro Beats record and the line coming together, that synergy was just organic. You know
and
what
I
mean?
love the fact that you took the time to actually structure it that way, because some people, those are afterthoughts, you know what I mean? But you went into it like, yo, I'm putting together this thing with Pretty Little Things. We creating a vibe. I rocked in with Afro beat. Let's put it all together, and you see it. So now you giving the fans and the consumer the opportunity to be a part of the full experience. And I think that's the way you gotta put your content out nowadays.
It is so important. It's so important. And again, just my sister just being so essential. It's a complete thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
just what you just said, bringing everything together so they see it's like a movie. It's not just one little thing here, this one little piece here, and this one little piece there. That makes the difference so that they get it.
Speaking of making a difference and it, times changing. Now, back in the day, or even not even back in the day, a couple of years ago, it was just more about the record. You know what I mean? And because this was before streaming and all of that. So, but now it's like there's so many entry points to have so much access to the artist. Obviously, you want to get the streams up, but now we're selling other things as artists. Would you have thought about this back then, or would you have been in a position as the businesswoman that you are now to even make those decisions to be like, yo, I want to launch my clothing line with my next single and all that? We wasn't thinking like that before.
We weren't really thinking like that. It was on a way smaller scale. You obviously couldn't reach millions of people by a hit of a button. By posting a picture. You know what I'm saying? So the access was definitely super limited. I think nowadays it allows you to have a platform, create a platform, and allow people to access it at your discretion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's so important because people want to know what they're investing into. Like, why am I going to invest into this artist?
Right.
What do they have going on? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So they want to be a part of that journey, and I think that's the beauty, of having that platform to reach millions of people and to go live and to do interviews. You know what I mean? So people get a chance to see who you are and say, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, so talking about Ashanti's legacy for a minute, like I said, I can list all the stats from everything that you've done. But for someone to still be active, still making it happen, and when you say, like, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be known as?
Just as a very unique businesswoman, that came in the game learning in front of millions of people and critics before the times of technology, growing and empowering women. It's really hard in this industry, you already know. Just as a female to be taken seriously, me being a writer, writing my own records.
Yeah, because I was going to tap into that. A lot of people don't give you the credit for that. Like, and I was feeling like, nowadays it's like, yo, you plug one artist with this song and then you see what happens, and then you only really hear one record from that artist. So like they ride that one record forever. Like, not only do you have a catalog, but even as a writer, you got hits under your belt to where, when it's all said and done, they be like, yo, Ashanti's pen game is crazy.
I appreciate it.
And came in like right in your first joint. That definitely doesn't happen. Like, even I remember I had to fight my label to let me write on my own project, even as like an MC, for you to kind of jump in as young as you were, and not only to pen hits for others, but to pen your own first hit, and then to keep that thing going. That's to be commended.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think people don't think about that because we are in this ADD generation where everything is just so like, yo, it's up today, it's gone tomorrow.
Absolutely.
To be a legacy artist like that, and to be able, like, even to, like, when I'm DJing and I drop, I could do a whole Ashanti set. Facts. And like the girls sing every single word from all ages. You know what I mean? Because now the girls is 21 in the club all the way to 31, they rocking. And to be a part of that has to still feel special, knowing that you still out here active at it.
It is such a blessing, honestly. Sometimes I see a crowd and it'll be a mother-daughter duo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's so bizarre to me. I did something in, I think it was Denver. It was some kind of Juneteenth, one of those kind of things. And I kid you not, this girl, she couldn't be more than 15 years old. Passed out crying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
real.
singing records.
That's that power.
And I met her backstage and I'm like, you wasn't even born when my record came out. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But it's just amazing because her and her mom was my exact age.
Oh, wow.
And her and her mom were just rocking out together.
That's
and that
so dope.
feeling is just like amazing.
That's
you
so
know what I mean?
dope. And one thing I can say is, speaking of moms, like, from the time I very first met you to this day, you've been so family oriented. Your mom, your sister have always been by your side and just holding it down. I mean, there's a lot to be said about that, about keeping family first. What's the importance of keeping your mom around from the beginning of your career till now?
As you know, there are so many sharks in this music
Too
industry.
many.
You know what I'm saying? The betrayal level is on an all-time high.
Facts.
People are just more motivated by money as opposed to just being loyal and caring about you as a human being, as opposed to seeing you as a commodity. You know what I mean? So with me and my mom, we don't have paperwork. You know what I mean? It's been
your
like
mama,
this.
she got some paperwork called a birth certificate. Yeah, the birth certificate is the paperwork. That's all she needs.
But I'm truly blessed to have a mom that is so passionate. No one's gonna go hard for you like your mom. You know what I mean? And then
that's true.
We've learned so much, and I have an amazing team just as we go. You know what I'm saying? And it's just important to have faith. And she keeps everything real.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Like, my mom is that way too, but my mom too much of a gangster. She still be trying to whoop my ass. So that you can't. She get more gangster with me than with the other people. But you have to have that stern, that strong platform and foundation of family. And like, even it's dope that you're allowing your sister to work with you so closely, and you guys working together on your clothing line. Tell me a little bit about that.
Come on in, Chi. Come say hey.
Come say hey.
Come say hey.
Come talk to the people.
So it's crazy because we have an age gap, but this is like my weapon. You know what I'm saying? Because, I got to keep the young energy as well. So just to have her come in and kind of create and design the line, the vibe was just, it was everything that I wanted and I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? And just with us traveling how we do, it just made perfect sense and it was organic, you know? So she has a fashion eye and I was just like you said, we might as well keep it in the family. I got to pay somebody, right?
Yeah.
Regardless.
So how was it working with your sister?
Gee, thank you.
I gotta give you both sides of it. You know, she's dope. You know, we know her as the singer, the icon, whatever. But she's indecisive. You know, so like me trying to like chase behind her, like, do you like this? Do you like that? But honestly, I appreciate the fact that she respects my creativity.
That's dope.
And I appreciate the fact that I had to prove it to her, though. She's not the type of person that's like, this is my sister, let me just let her do it. She respects me, so it works well.
Wow.
Because she trusts me.
See, this
because I'd have been like, I love you, but I don't like that.
I don't like that. Yo, this is super interesting. This is a TV show right here. Like I'm saying, like somebody really like if you having a design and report to your sister and you guys.
You have no idea how many Office of TV shows come in.
So why hasn't it happened yet? I'm saying like I will watch this. I'm looking at these dynamics.
Said I would watch
I was tuned into this right here.
Oh my God!
You can just see there's layers of so much going on.
You have no idea. It's lots of layers.
I got no idea. Hey, well, if ever it may be, I'm just saying I produce TV. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, put it out there.
If you want to holler at me, but no, it seems pretty cool that the fact that you're stepping into these new ventures and you're bringing your family along with
Absolutely.
you, and you're launching it with music, what people know you for. I mean, sometimes you see people try to step into different worlds that they're not known for, and then they almost abandon the thing that people want from them. So you're giving the fans everything they want at the same time. So
absolutely,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's a blessing, you know. And obviously, I'm working on more music. Me and Metro Boomin are producing my record together.
The whole record?
Yeah, whole record.
Ashanti and Metro Boomin?
Yeah, we were talking. We were just talking last night. So it's a really incredible feeling. We were in the studio here in LA about a couple of weeks ago, and I went live, and I kind of was asking the fans like, what do y'all want from me?
Right.
You know, because Matt, he's like, I already know what I want. You know, I know what I want to do. I know what I'm ready for. And it was just a landslide. And it's like the people want that Ashanti R&B, but 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, facts.
So I'm super excited. Me and WizKid were just talking too. Like I'm super
dropping
excited.
all type of heavy names on it. But I mean, that's the thing. Everybody appreciates your gift and really wants more of your gift. And when we can see people who are truly gifted still doing their thing, I mean, everything from, you know, the Millennium Tour that done went out and sold like crazy to seeing Mary J still do a thing to like people that they grew up loving and still got that gift and their gift is on fire at the highest frequency. That's what we want. Yeah. So I cannot wait for new Ashanti music. It's funny because I had Irv come into my Cannons class and we talked about that Murder Inc. run that was so crazy. Like I always say, even with my label now, I was like, I want to pattern my label after that radio run that Murder Inc. had. Everything y'all dropped was number one on radio, and it was there's a finesse to that. There's a science to how you got to move that way. People just think, because you drop great music, it happens.
Absolutely.
Nah, you got to have great business people. You got to have great artists, people who know how to come into a radio station, work a radio station.
Absolutely.
Now these streaming platforms, it's not just one person. It's a solid team.
Yes.
So do you feel like that team or even that vibe of that energy is still accessible today? Like, is it just now just one song and then we keep it moving? Like, can people have those same type of runs that we've seen from the Death Rows, the Murder Incs., the Bad Boys?
You know what? It's hard because people are truly out for self right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people love...
Nobody squad up no more. Well, QC, shout out to QC. They squad up heavy.
Okay.
But everybody else, you're right.
It's very for self. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not like, okay, the fans, they love to see people on tour, and like when me and John come together, or me and Joe come together, or me and Fab come together. Like, people
that takes you back. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It gives you that nostalgia, that feeling. But I think artists are kind of like for self. They're not really like I want this one and that one and this one and that one on, and let's just do this together.
Yeah.
Because they know that it's hot one day and tomorrow you're forgotten about. So by Thursday, you better put another record out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard. Me personally, I love to see a team of people winning that love each other. Like with Murder Inc., like we loved each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were supporting each other and we were there and we were touring and it was amazing.
And they were real leaders and bosses. Like I talked to Birdman as well as Irv about this. It's like nobody wants to be executives no more.
Right.
Everybody want to be in front of the camera. Everybody want that little 15 minutes to shine. They don't want that person that would be like, yo, let me orchestrate this whole plan and show y'all how to. We need more young CEOs, more young leaders from our community that can take this and take it to that next level. And a lot of those, I was saying, like, the game didn't get passed down. Because the game switched up so quick that was like, oh, everything is different. That leadership baton didn't really get passed down to the next generation. So we looking for these young executives to step up and do their thing so you can go and discover the next Ashanti, or you can have the next Murder Inc. Or like, I really want, as me, someone who has, you know, the ability to help people. I was always like, yo, forget being the rapper, like forget being the singer, be the entrepreneur, and be the person who can have the next Pretty Little Things, or be the, with the next clothing line, because the bag is crazier than ever before.
Absolutely.
But we not getting it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
up here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It starts up here, and then your outreach, and then your relationships, and then the platform. But it starts here. And we got to have that motivation and that passion to put it there so that we can go get that and instill it in everyone else. You know what I mean? Wisdom right there from the queen. Ashanti, she keeping the family tight, keeping everything going. Pretty Little Things. It's on all streaming platforms right now, right? Yes. Yes. Off my label, Written Entertainment.
See, talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk. Written because her pen game is crazy.
You got
it. I see where you're going with it. I see what you're doing right there. It's been a pleasure, but you know what? I can't let you get up out here. You see, I got this crazy ass bulletproof vest on because I'll be shooting from the hip. I got my firing squad questions, just random questions, and you just answer them however you want to answer them.
Okay.
It's never too crazy. She's like, your sister like, am I gonna have to smack somebody up? Nah, real simple. First question: loved or feared?
Both.
Ooh, no one's ever said both. Like,
that's true.
There it is. All right, Ashanti's greatest fear. Speaking of fears.
My greatest fear is to not feel motivated to continue in whatever facet I'm doing. Whether it's music, love, fashion, I just always want to stay motivated.
There it is. Yeah. That's wisdom right there. All right, best advice you've ever gotten?
I've gotten some really, really good advice. The one that sticks out, I guess, right now at the moment, Ja gave me some good advice right around when Always on Time just dropped. We were sitting in a hotel in London, and he was like, Bonnie, I'm telling you now, when this isn't fun for you anymore, this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. This should always be fun. Otherwise, go do a 9 to 5. So always make sure it's fun. Never let it turn into just work. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard.
Absolutely.
There's going to be obstacles.
Yeah.
But when the passion and the fun is gone, you might as well get a 9 to 5.
I say, find a career that you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
Worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Well, there was this one outfit that my stylist said looked good, but it ain't.
Is it something we can Google, Ashanti? Is it something we can see?
It is something you can see.
Which one was it? Because you done had some outfits.
God. I will never forget this, yo.
What outfit was it?
It was something for TRL. It was dope though. In person, it was dope. It was like I think it was like a red leather. No,
come on, red leather.
It was like a leather vest, but it had like these strings, right? Like these little leather strings.
Right.
But it made it look, and it was like kind of like a half top, but it made it look like it was like I had a hairy stomach.
Oh,
so
wow.
on the camera, it looked crazy.
Wow.
But in person, it was fly. Don't you bet.
I can't see it out on here. We gonna find this outfit you talking about because you always been fly.
No, not that day.
Oh wow! See,
stop. Don't you look for it.
I'm done. I'm not gonna look for it. All right, so that's the worst piece of advice from your stylist. But now you got your sister rocking with you, so maybe when you rock the new line, what is the line actually called? Is it?
Well, it's by Pretty Little Thing.
So Ashanti by Pretty Little Thing?
Yes, I did a bathing suit line with them.
Okay.
And the reviews have been amazing. They sold out in almost everything. What I love, and I just been reposting a lot of women on my Instagram story because the love has been like amazing. The
That's
fit,
dope.
the way that it's an empowering kind of a line.
Right,
so
right.
we got the plus size, we got the curvy ladies.
Okay, because
you know
they always like, you done forgot about the BBW.
Right, and we got the BBWs. You know what I'm saying? We go from size like 0 to 24, so we have everyone covered.
You need to do one of them carnival outfits.
Hey, listen. Me and Umar have another conversation coming up.
That one needs to happen. And speaking of being on an island, we always ask this: if you could take 3 things with you and you stranded on an island, what you taking with you?
Oh man, hold on.
Your mama and your sister. That's 2. You got one more.
I got one more. Dang. I'm gonna go with coconut oil.
Ooh. I'm showing up. I'm sending a rescue boat because the family is stranded with coconut oil.
Right.
I'm pulling up. Favorite restaurant?
Ooh, that's hard. Favorite restaurant? That's a tough one. But what I'm going to have to say right now where my stomach is at, I'm gonna go with
the way my stomach
the
works.
way my stomach is set up right now. I'm gonna go with Vibes NYC right in Queens.
Okay,
they got soul food, seafood. I'm telling you, Nick. I promise
Vibes?
you have to.
Do they got like a plant-based menu? They got
they got cabbage.
Cabbage. I was gonna say they got greens.
Definitely got greens.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Are you full vegan?
I don't like that word vegan. I don't like group thinking. So like I eat to live.
Okay.
So I'm not, but I don't eat flesh like that.
Got you. I'm trying to get there. I'm pescatarian. I'm trying.
Yeah. See, I've been pescatarian for like most of my life.
Okay.
Because I never really liked chicken, don't eat red meat. But then like, because different diets and things, you got to have certain things. So I never like to subscribe to one thing.
Got it.
But I just try to eat clean.
Okay.
You know, so I'm on the same page as you.
Okay, so good. We understand. You got to hit me, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to send you the vibes. I'm telling you, change your life.
All right, I heard that fly noise. All right, speaking of, biggest guilty pleasure.
Ooh. I do have a tendency to overeat a little bit. A little bit.
What is overeating? Like,
sometimes it's late. You may want to make a run and get a little something.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Listen, you see, I got my cucumber water today. I'm trying to bust all of that down.
Understood. Well, you doing mighty well. Favorite movie of all time?
Oh, that's hard. That's too hard. One that is coming to the top of my brain right now. I love the romantic aspect and love of The Notebook.
Wow, that's one of my favorites too. Nicholas Sparks. Yeah. That's like,
Rachel.
If you're a bird, then I'm a bird.
Right.
That type.
Yeah.
I rock with that. I like The Notebook. What are you rolling your eyes at, Nora? I love that movie.
We know you.
I do. That's what
I feel about his dating life.
No, you don't. Let's not
Nick,
get into that.
What's going on, Nick?
I have given up on love and relationships completely.
Why?
Because it's not for me. I don't like doing things I'm not good at, and apparently I'm not good at that because I keep failing. So I've given up.
Oh, we're gonna have to have a conversation.
I'm wounded. I'm battered. I am just broken material. And it's not for me. Monogamy is not for me. I realize that. I'm man enough to say.
Okay. See, now I respect that. But the thing is, now you have to find a female that's good with that and accept it from her end as well.
You know what? I don't want a female like that. I'm good. I'm happy just having friends. We don't have to be sexual. I'm fine. Like I got my kids. I got to focus on them.
So let's have this conversation in another 5 months and see if you feel the same way.
I'm gonna feel the same way.
I don't think you're gonna feel the same way.
Why not?
I don't think you're gonna feel the same way.
I don't need another person to complete me, and I don't want to be responsible for someone else's happiness.
I agree with that, but I do feel like as a human being,
I need someone else.
No, not you need. You don't want to be by yourself. You want to come home.
Look at all these motherfuckers in here. Never by myself.
They not at your house. They
My
not
house
at your
look
house.
like this a lot of times.
They're not at your house at 2 a.m. when you want to talk about what's going on and what's going on in your mind and your idea and your heart.
My quiet time. Like I have lonesome tattooed on my neck. Like I enjoy.
Aren't you a Libra?
I am.
Stop it.
See,
I'm a Libra.
I know.
We cool with being alone.
I like my
but
alone
not
time.
no, not for a long time.
We're very passionate.
Very
we love
passionate.
hard. We're hopeless romantics, and
Absolutely.
I think there's a space for that. But I don't want that to define me. Like
okay.
I like I've been on my like inner peace, finding my inner self, building myself up before I put my bullshit on somebody else.
Okay.
So I like being by myself. And it's definitely longer than 5 months. Now, who's to say in 5 years? But right now I'm good with being this way.
I don't believe
because every time I try to jump into something, I end up disappointing someone.
Okay.
Hurting someone's feelings.
But are you being honest? Are you being honest?
From the gate, I tell them.
Okay,
like,
so then that's on them. That's on them.
But then
you got to start finding the right people that's going to be cool with whatever.
See, there it is. Advice from the queen. I gotta find, but see, I don't want to go looking. That's my problem.
I'm cool. I'm not mad at that.
Somebody may. I don't chase women, so it'll happen when it happens.
You may bump into somebody at Whole Foods.
I'd rather go chase that bag.
Hey, I'm with you.
See, like, I ain't got time to be chased. Like,
right, we don't gotta chase, but I'm just saying I don't think that just because you don't want to be monogamous that you want to be alone forever.
See, I didn't. That's game right there.
See?
Because I don't. But see,
Got him.
Whatever. This has been Close Conversations with Ashanti.
It takes a Libra to know a Libra.
Facts. Much continued success, Queen. It's a beautiful thing. Nick Cannon Mornings on Power 106.